they're showing their profit value, how much money they have. But our worker couldn't get the food. Such a shame, and it's such a nasty business. The globalization created poor people poor, and the sum of the business and multinational are become a giant, and they are killing our and drinking our blood and sweat. Not drinking, killing to us. So it has to be stopped.
I just arrived in Bangladesh. It's Dhaka, it's the 18th of April 2015. We're a week away from the second anniversary of the Rana Plaza factory collapse. And this is my second visit to Bangladesh. The first time it was in 2008, in the autumn of 2008, and I came with a completely different spirit. I knew nothing, it was my first time here. I came with Oxfam, and little I knew that this experience would have changed my entire life. We were smuggled into this factory, which was an A-rated factory, so they were very proud of what they were showing us. But you know, we found armed guards at the door, so no one could come in and out from the factory. There were armed bars at the windows, no fire escape, obviously. The floor was full of women who had to produce 100 pieces an hour. And these women had no rights, no right to of association. They didn't have sick leave. They had 2 toilet breaks a day. If their kid was ill and they couldn't come to work, they would have lost their job immediately. So it was completely shocking to link the clothes that I was wearing to these women who were making it so far away from where I was living. So when I came back, I thought, okay, we have to change that. These are things that you can't pretend you haven't seen. The situation is so complicated. Following Rana Plaza, the Rana Plaza collapse is even more complicated. But the big question is, how do we make it better? This is such a vibrant, beautiful country, and the women here deserve so much more. I remember last year when I interviewed a garment worker for the first anniversary of Rana Plaza, and she asked a very, very simple question. She said, Livia, why our life is considered cheaper than the life of the women in your country or in your part of the world? Why aren't we valued the same? And that's the $1 million question for the brands, for the local government, for the consumer, for all these different bodies where the responsibility lies. But the truth, responsibility lies in all of us. Whether we are a consumer, whether you are the government of Bangladesh, whether you are a brand that comes here to produce, you need to be held accountable for how you do it. So this trip will hopefully answer some of these questions, understand how we can hold the brands accountable, how we can make it better, and how can we value the life of or show these women that we value their life at the same level as our life. So we'll see. lives have gone, but they still stay. It's the only thing that is left on the ground, right? It's the brands. They're still here. I wonder how much they're willing to change.
24 তারিখে ওনারা ঢুকবে না, বেতন দিবে না বইলা
মানে ফ্যাক্টরির যারা ম্যানেজমেন্ট
ছিল দায়িত্বে ছিল তারা বলছে যে আজকে যদি তোমরা ডিউটি না করো তোমাদেরকে বেতন দেওয়া হবে না।
Yes, after they found out the crack, the garment workers didn't want to go inside, so they actually the management actually threatened them,
Yeah.
used bad words, abusive words, and forced them to work on that day. And I was asking actually why were they actually forcing them to work at that time? Because even they got the crack, they saw the crack. The crack was discovered the day before. See, obviously there was this work order, the pressure, so that the factory management
fulfill
has to
the
fulfill
order.
the orders and all this.
I wish the owner of the fast fashion brand, the multi-billionaire guy, come here, stand here, and have the courage to come to this country and here and stand here and look what they're doing, what they've done. And they still do every single day.
Three videographer and 3 fixers. That's it.
Actually, after the Rana Plaza collapse, you know, the situation and such a tragedy, and it's a big murder, and thousands of workers has been sacrificed their life. So
You
that-
call it murder. It
yeah,
wasn't murder.
it's a murder because with the previous night, everybody knows the factory is not safe. The politician and manufacturer, they forced two workers to enter inside. It is murder. The people are saying we are coming to Bangladesh, so labor market is cheap. The people are in Bangladesh, supplier said if the worker salary gone up, the factory will be closed down. Then where will the workers go? Because you know the garments industry, with the 4 million workers are working and 80% are female coming from the countryside. So those women are coming from the very poor family to the urban economy. This job is very important for women and poor people. That is the one of the weakness for us. And the multinational always said, if your price more, we'll leave this country, we'll leave this business from Bangladesh or somewhere else.
অনেক পার্থক্য, কারণ অন্যান্য ফ্যাক্টরিতে তো কাজ করলে মানে ঘন্টায় ধরেন আমি পারবো ইজিভাবে 50, সেইখানে আমার প্রোডাকশন দিকে 80, মানে 80 করতেই হবে, না করলে প্রত্যেক ঘন্টা মানে অ্যাডমিনে নিয়ে বকাবকি করে, হাজিরা কাইতে দিতে চায়, অনেক রকম সমস্যা, ওভার টাইম করতে দিতে চায়, বকাবকি করে, মানে সব কিছুতেই আর কি অন্য অফিসের থেকে এই অফিস অনেক কথা, মানে এটা তো আমরা বাসার মতো করে কাজ করি।
ইউরোপের একজন বায়ার যখন বাংলাদেশে আসে, আইসা সে আমারে পে করবে দুনিয়ার সবচাইতে লোয়েস্ট প্রাইস, এবং সে দাবি করবে তার যেটা ডিমান্ড দুনিয়ার সবচাইতে মানে সবচাইতে ভালো যে কনসেপ্ট আছে সেফটি কমপ্লায়েন্স, সে দাবি করবে কমপ্লায়েন্স, সেটা একটা ইউরোপীয় কনসেপ্ট। সে দুনিয়ার সবচাইতে ভালো সুযোগ সুবিধা চাইবে আমার কাছে আইসা, দুনিয়ার সবচাইতে কম প্রাইস আমারে পে করে, এটাকে বুঝবে।
You know, recently in Bangladesh, we have over 300 factory has been unionized. But those factory has the union, they never invited the union people. That means no one is respect the freedom of association and right to collective bargaining and the union rights. That is why they can pay less and more profit. They pay less and profit because if workers argue their rights, they want to more money. That is why they are not respect the unionism in the factory.
বা অফিসের কাজের বিষয়ে একটা চাপ রাখতো যে হ্যাঁ তোমার এমন চাপের একটা যেন আমি অন্য আরেকজনের সাথে যা কথা বলতে পারবো না, যে আমার একটা সময় করে আমি যে অন্য আরেকজনে যাই বুঝাবো যে আপা আমরা ইউনিয়নটা করেই ফেলাই, তাড়াতাড়ি করে পাস করে ফেলাই, কিন্তু এটা আমার চান্স দিত না। আমার অনেক কাছের চাপে রাখতো যে না কোথাও যেন লড়তে না পারে, যে আমি পানি খাওয়ার সময় পাইতাম না, এমন ধরনের চাপ।
কি চাপ ছিল, কি করতে
চাপ ছিল মানে বাইরে বিভিন্ন রকমের এই মাস্তানকে আমাকে হুমকি দিত যে এই জায়গাতে চলে যাও, নাহলে তোমার গুলি করে মেরে ফেলবো।